I think what's like crazy about that is it's almost like if you don't have a system behind your money, you're already at a disadvantage. Like you're essentially just implementing a system and a structure and a framework for them to operate in. And so it's easy for them to win. And when you're, and they're already doing it with the 401k, it's already a system and infrastructure. Why not do that with everything else and then create a system for things to flow into so the questions are taken out of it? And that's essentially what you're doing, which is really cool.
Yeah, correct. I mean, you explained it perfectly. The infrastructure already exists, and you most likely already use it, but with only one investment account. And so, why don't we do that with all your other cash flows coming in, so that it can all be automated? You don't have to think about it anymore. That's one thing that most high earners I talk about. They don't want to think about where the money is moving. They want to have a predetermined plan before the money hits their account. They don't want the money to hit their account and say every week or every however often you get paid, what do I do with that? Because that's an endless cycle. And if we don't have a plan, you're probably not going to make the best decisions in real time because life happens, right? There's different opportunities that pop up to spend money. So you're not going to get the best results in my experience.
And like you also mentioned, their vision's constantly changing. And so you're moving throughout your week or throughout your month. Your vision for your life is constantly changing because you don't have a locked in plan on where you're going, on what you're doing, on what you need to spend your money on.
Mhm.
And every week you're dealing with all these transactions. Your plan for your life is changing and adjusting. So and it's just a complete mess. And so essentially when you have this, hey, I want this plan for my life. This is how I want to allocate my money. This is what we're putting it towards. You take their goals and their system and what they want to accomplish for their life, create that system and that way for the money to function so it does accomplish those goals for them. And then it's just a very easy process of this is working for me. I'm just going to go about my life. It's already handled and being handled, and I'll spend the money that's in the budget for me to spend.
Yep.
I'll take that any day.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. And it's taking obviously the hardest part about personal finances, which is discipline. We're taking that out and we're alleviating you of the mental accounting and also the decision making process in the moment because we already have a plan. So for clients, I help them, right? We start with your where you're at and then we start to understand where you want to go. And then my job is to help you allocate accordingly, right? Which investment account should we be allocating to? How much should be going to a sinking fund or the emergency fund or a down payment for a house or rental property? Once I know where you're at, where you want to go, I can properly allocate your resources accordingly. Obviously, the clients are part of that process too, but I've found that they find it very helpful to have somebody understand your values and then be able to help allocate your resources towards those and having a priority list or priority order of which ones we're going to prioritize first and why, especially on like the investment side of things, because there's tax advantage accounts. There's different strategies that you can get into there about which ones we should prioritize first in your situation. So
You're essentially almost a teammate. You're sitting with them. They're saying, "Hey, I want to go here," and you're like, "Okay, let's make sure we can get you there." And you're helping them accomplish the goals that they already want to accomplish.
yeah, I like to call myself a financial quarterback. So I'm coordinating everything between the six different focus factors, as I like to call them, but like the six different areas of your life to make sure that your CPA is talking to the advisor because your investments affect your taxes, and then we're coordinating with the attorney if that's not in house, and so that's almost a full-time job right there. And so the people that I work with are very time constrained, and so being able to alleviate them of that obligation if they want it done correctly is what people will really find valuable.
And not only that, but it's also taking away all of the confusion and all of the naivety and of not knowing. I think that's such a pain, is like, am I doing what I need to be doing today?
Yeah.
Is my money going where it needs to be going?
Yeah.
Am I doing this right? And I think that's what if that's what your clients get by working with you, is they have assurance that what they're spending their time on, what they're spending their money on, and what they're setting up for themselves is done correctly, is done professionally, and is done at a high level, and answers all the questions that they and all the confusion that they had going into it.
Yeah, and I would say this, information is free and it's everywhere. Like, you're consuming it right now, obviously, right? And so the information is out there, and so you could find it if you wanted to. There's a lot of misinformation on TikTok, so you gotta decipher that. But the real thing that you're paying me for is, obviously, hopefully, I'm giving you the right information, and it's better than what you'd find on TikTok. But it's really the implementation, because people see the information online. They see, hey, you need to open up a Roth IRA, you need to do this tax strategy, but then it usually doesn't get done because they don't have somebody to actually implement that, and more importantly, hold them accountable to the plan and also their vision and goals for themselves.
Accountability.
Hey, real quick, if you're a high earning professional or business owner and found this video insightful, I created a quick scattered success scorecard. In about 2 minutes, you'll see how scattered your finances really are, the potential 10-year cost range, and which 2 or 3 areas are most likely leaking your money and mental energy right now. It's free. Link is in the description and bio. Go check it out.